Oh shit, park closure, park closure. Oh shit, easy world peace, easy world peace. Where's the middle ground? Show you guys the ocean, show you guys some people tanning, looking good. You know, it's we gotta celebrate. You know, it's saying we gotta celebrate if people have attractive attributes, body that we like, and the only way to celebrate that is by believing that you are all that is, because that's the transcendence of envy. You know, how can you envy anyone if you are? Beach is very crowded today, considering, but I think it's like the beginning of the release date of the people, the freedom, man. So I just want to show you guys a couple of things here. Although I'm expressing my current opinions on the quarantine. By the way, look at this attractive cloud here. It's just a very nice scene here for a beach where everyone can just feel good, jump in the water, connect. Obviously, first things first, we have to be considerate of a potential stage 2 that showed itself how many years ago when we had a previous quarantine. To be conscious of that. So that means increasing your immunity, leaning vegan, healthy movement. You know, some of it's just like, I believe in the potential to live forever, but the only way to create that reality is by employing both scientific and also philosophical concepts to make life easy. And so part of that, my whole theory of, well, instead of labeling people your higher authority like parent and such, you can label them your friend or your equal, and that eliminates the issue of people even thinking of the concept of aging, like, oh, I'm getting old, I'm gonna be a grandfather. No, you're either a guardian or not. You know what I'm saying? And actually, I've got, guess who I have in tow? I've got Peggy and Mickey in tow. Okay, they're doing great. They're energized. We're all fucking hyped up here. So concerning the riots, right? What's the deal with that? Well, the deal is people are upset, and I think the majority of the rioters are younger people, and I think it's not useful to ever say or identify as a race. That, I think, creates problems in the get-go. You can say that you have certain physical features, like thicker skin or darker skin, but to say I'm African American or whatnot, or I'm white, that's like a culture. To say that if you're like, oh, I'm proud to be white, that's a culture. It's not really the culture of being just as Jordan Peterson says, a civilized human, or a competent and reasonable human. Check out the surfer guys here cruising down. People are really feeling good over here, you know what I'm saying? But concerning the riots, right, like, okay, so blah blah, I got my rhetoric, but what about some solutions, right? Well, solutions are, first of all, celebrating that we all are, human, that we all coexist, and just looking out for each other, like hearing one another out. Another is the law of the jungle. Like, a lot of people are not abiding by that. Like, for example, there was a kid who was attacked. He was wearing a Trump hat, and a bunch of, like, you have to know, you have to have discretion as to respect, like, okay, I'm not gonna fuck around, Yeah, and the same goes with if there's one police guy tried to arrest a guy and then got attacked because there were no other police. You can't act like you're, everybody else is supposed to respect you. You've got to act like, what are other people doing? am I in a threatening position? You know, another instance is this store owner. What the store owner did was the store owner came up with a sword against the mob, and the instant, like, one reaction might be, please don't hurt me, please, you know, maybe take some things, but don't destroy the store, which may result in even more damage. And then you know, another thing is people, you know, oh, look at this motherfucker right there, boy. Look at that boy right there, boy. Yeah, get moving around there. You know, it's just not. It's a concept. It's a concept of, well, okay. What's the quickest solution? Sometimes the quickest solution is to relinquish your money or something, so no one gets hurt, you don't get hurt, the person doesn't get hurt. In the instance of maybe these bigger stores that people are targeting, they could offer some things. Say if you were really affected by, you know, if you felt really offended by the attack, and by the way, this is all contrived. Like, in my understanding, either the people those particular police officers, either they're racist, or they, let's see the skyline for a second here. Either they're racist, or they were paid. There were secret people who were paid to kind of initiate violence, kind of let's see the wave action out here. They were paid to, like, attack stores, and then this whole Trump thing with you know, attack the like, dude, why aren't these people using, like, rubber bullets? Number one. Number two, you know, there should be simple means of persuasion of trying to create peace. Like, fucking people, if I was fucking there, I'd go over there, serve some food, you know, fucking play some music, like. And at the end of the day, guys, like, I even heard, like, the Martin Luther MLK statue was disrespected, and, like, a church was burned. It's like you gotta realize, guys, like, we all have power and authority, and you can either exercise it negatively, to what end, you know, or you can exercise it as being responsible. Like, okay, I'm gonna be responsible for this situation. I am going to respect my fellow man. I'm not going to let them, you know, attack and, you know, psychologically push my buttons. You know, it's lots of the jungle. It's like people walking too close to each other on the street might offend each other. You know, if a person's upset, you gotta pick up on that, you know. So that's my take on things, and I feel like I just feel like people, like, for example, like, look at all this. Obviously in Hawaii there's no hint of riots, really. Maybe there's some sign waving concerning prolonged social restrictions and that, but the whole idea, okay, of the riots, like, use that energy constructively. Use it to dance and fucking be like the leader. Be like the person that invites the police. Come dance with us. Come, let's do celebrations. Do Trump circles, you know. Like, it's so easy for things to go good or bad, you know. How can things go bad quickly? One person attacks one other person, black, white, whatever. Or, for example, recently, like, I accidentally threw some trash on the ground near some people of another race, their house, and wasn't intending to, like, you know, litter, but they got upset, and so later I returned to them, offered them $20. They declined, and I picked up the trash, like, the next day. And the point is I'm white, and so they might, that generalization, they might target, you know, other white people because of what I did. So it's those little things that can either escalate violence, or it can de-escalate it. So let's get into that energy, and let's, you know, Just search the